Fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jay, Smike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
What a way to start the week, Keezy. Massive. Did you see that, Mogi?
No, sort of yawn.
No, it was a
massive eyes to the front situation.
Perv. Not even a subtle disguised one, just an out-and-out eye contact. And, I might add, she looked right back into your eyes, didn't she, Keezy? For about 3 or 4 seconds, you two were locked together in a passionate, sizzling kind of flirtation.
What happened was, I turned around and there was, obviously Jace was looking first, which alerts me every time.
Yeah.
Turn around, there's a young girl walking past.
Jace's geese out the window is the canary in the coal mine.
Correct. Correct. So I turn around, have a look. It's a young female who's walking past. Maybe she likes the show, so she's got a bit of a grin on her face. Yeah. And she's looking in going, oh, it's the guys from the show.
Yeah.
I turn around, see her.
I think she saw Frankie there.
Or she saw Frankie, your daughter there. I turn back, look at Jace. He's got a big shit-eating grin on his face. And I'm just like,
he's been eating shit.
Like he's been eating poos. And I'm just like, here we go. We're going to start the show like this week.
Yeah, here we go.
I was just noting, Keezy, just your very lingering look.
I got a wandering eye.
Usually you just do the sort of quick pervy thing and hope no one notices, but that was a locked embrace.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Yeah. Well, what can I say, fellas? My marriage is on the rocks. So,
oh, yeah. After Friday night, I suppose.
Yeah, so may as well just start.
What time did you wrap it up there?
I'm not even lying. Manaya and I were the 2 last ones to leave.
Good work.
We got to a point where we looked around and went, so there's no one from NZME here anymore. And we staggered back to Hodaki and then caught an Uber. And then the next day, we were both just dead. And he just goes...
Where was that at?
We didn't need to stay that late.
What time was it?
I think it was like 1 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
But when a work do starts at 1 p.m, everyone else's obviously starts early. By the time we joined, I guess we just had a little bit more steam, you know.
Yeah, a little bit later.
Yeah.
Terrible
Geez,
weekend,
those were the days.
Yeah.
I was always last to leave too, generally.
Or first.
Back in the... Oh, I'm first now. I'm first now. But back in the day, I'd be there till the bitter end.
Yeah.
And calling people out for being soft.
Do you remember... Because this literally happened to me, it happened to me. Just looking around and going, did everyone just all leave at once?
Yeah.
Or was that just me being steamed? Because it was like everyone got up and left on a bus.
Right.
And they were like, let's not tell Keezy.
You would have noticed that though, wouldn't you? Everyone standing up and leaving at the same time.
Nah, didn't know at all.
I had a mate over on Friday night, got steamed, got to bed at 1. Absolute shit show on Saturday. Had one of the all-time great panic attacks.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Absolutely on all 4. I went for hours. Had to get the nanny to come over and take Frankie to this birthday party.
Goodness me.
Absolute pieces.
Right.
Didn't have any of my medication left. I thought I'd be right. Haven't had one of those for a while. Desperately needed it. And it sort of has still given me a hangover to this day, which is, I don't know if you'd get those when you had a really bad one, Jace, but my brain is a bit befuddled. It takes a while for it to come good. And I have not enjoyed myself. Either Saturday or Sunday or today.
Do you think that was... I know nothing about this stuff, but do you think it was brought on by the fact that you were so vigorously with your diet and your exercise?
I think it's... I always sort of thought it was matched up to my hangovers, but I was always hungover or drunk. But then when I started getting panic attacks, I stopped drinking and smoking, and it didn't really have a huge effect either way, but I just wanted to see if that would.
Work stress.
I don't know, man.
Dealing with us.
But I've probably been hungover and having done that 7 weeks without drinking and then drinking and just been like, and having like 5 hours sleep or 4.5 hours sleep, and then the kid gets up. It was I was on literally doing my kids hair to go to this birthday party. I said, I'll be back in a minute, and was literally on all 4s in my bedroom, just going, I think this is it. And terrified because I've got my kid there.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you start going, well, am I imagining it? Because if I'm wrong and I die, she's stuck in the house with a dead body.
Yes.
So,
which only, of course, serves to
Exacerbates.
exacerbate the entire situation.
Jeepers. So how did you sort of...
Oh, well, I got her out of the house.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you...
Then just, waited it out.
Jeepers. That is
It
terrifying.
was shit.
Jesus.
Welcome back to drinking.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Certainly, I would have 2 or 3 day hangovers.
Yeah.
From a bad panic attack.
No, from drinking.
No,
piss.
from drinking piss.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. And what I would find would be that the next day I'd be okay in the morning
Right.
because I'm still pissed.
Yeah.
And then it would start to go.
Yeah.
And what I get panic attacks all the time. So but I don't have elongated ones. I just have sudden.
Right. Yeah.
And then I go, panic attack. But what I find, especially with hangovers, is a roiling and rolling anxiety that
Yeah.
doesn't leave me.
Right.
But,
Anxiety.
but that I'm so used to that I just kind of settle into it
Yeah.
Do you think
and get
yours...
steamed again.
Do you think your situation was made worse because your wife's away?
It would have been better if she had been there, certainly.
Yes.
Because it might, you're just like with your kid going, this is not great.
No.
And then it's like, well, I shouldn't have drunk so much last night. So then that kicks it in the ass. It's like you got a kid, and it wasn't a lot, but it was late.
Yes.
Because we were just watching the cricket.
A combo there.
Yeah.
The cricket was a disgrace.
Oh, God.
Good
Well,
times.
I'm not going
Some
to whinge about mine then.
Nah, you got to whinge about it. It's different when you're a young man. But certainly some self-examination. I'll see how I feel in a couple of days. But Christ, yeah, it was not good.
Well, it wasn't. And once, can I reiterate? It wasn't as bad as that. But Saturday was so. In terms of just, I woke up at 10 a.m. and I'd been getting up at like 5:36 because of jet lag from a holiday.
Right.
And so that blew that out of the water. 10 a.m. I wake up. I'm like, oh my God. So I stagger to the lounge and just lie on the couch.
Were you just on beersies, Keezy? Can I just qualify here? Or did you go into shots and stuff?
No, just beersies. But we realised that we had there was pizza going around at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We grabbed a few bits and then that was it. That was the last time I ate.
Yeah.
And
there
so
you go.
it was just an absolute mess.
I think that was similar to me, yeah.
Yeah, and because I remember we were here doing the show and I was like, oh man, I'm pretty hungry. I can't wait to grab a feed and then go join the party. And then I just didn't. We joined the party and there was no food anywhere. And so, and then at 12 o'clock...
Well, there was heaps of food there.
Yeah, no, but I didn't make a beeline for it at all. But it was 11:30. A pizza I ordered arrived from Hell Pizza. They put the wrong sauce on it. And I was hanging out for this
Where
thing
was
to
that?
heal me, Hell Pizza, on Saturday at 11:30
Oh,
a.m.
right. Shit.
It's called the day after pizza. They sent us one the other day with bacon and eggs and stuff on it.
Oh, yes.
And so I was like, I'm going to get one of those, big one. It'll come, it'll fix me. They put the wrong sauce on it. And then they tried to cover it with another sauce. And the result was I bit this giant pizza and it tasted like absolute shit. And I was just like, I'm going to bed. Went to bed for 2.5 hours. I had my morning coffee, which I usually have at 8 a.m. I had that at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
6 p.m. I was at a BYO. And my wife and I, who were both at the BYO, were just like, what are we doing? This is not where we want to be right now. Canton Cafe too, famous one in Auckland.
Yes, I know Canton.
Was
Yeah.
she boozed
Yeah.
as well?
The night before she was the most boozed I've seen her in a long time.
Really?
So she got in bed because she had a work to do as well. She was in bed at like 9 because she's more sensible than I am. Then when I got home, I woke her up and she was still so pissed. I was like flabbergasted. I thought it was so funny.
Oh, wow.
It was great.
And then what, you got drunk again on Saturday night?
Saturday night at the BYO, I had 2 glasses of red wine and I was like, oh, why am I even doing it? And then I was sweet.
Right,
And then went
yeah.
till like 1 a.m. again. I was like, I should probably call it quits. And then the next day, Sunday, absolute sack of shit again. And it's just like the whole weekend was a complete waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel great for having done that because, Jace, you won't know this, but I got the results of that exercise thing and I won.
Well done,
Thanks,
mate.
mate. So I
Yes.
celebrated.
Yeah.
And as Matt Heath says, turned a victory into a loss.
Yes.
You know, any of the joy that I had about that victory is gone.
Yeah.
I just hate myself now.
Well, here, this is always a conundrum, isn't it? It's like you have a big one because of a celebration,
Yeah.
or you have a big one because you just feel like shit and you just want to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
either end.
It's
Weirdly
happening either
enough,
way.
I had a very sedate weekend. Very calm, which is
Oh, did you?
I usually have anxiety at some level.
Yeah.
But I was just cruising around. I had a few outings and social occasions, but which normally would make me go, oh, God. But I just went, no. I've vowed to my wife that... well, and not because of any complaints by her, I might add, that I'm going to make a bigger effort socially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because my preference is to go, no.
Yes.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
Yes.
can I just say, before the show on Friday, we went down to the lunchtime Christmas party thing. Jace put his little summary bucket hat on. I didn't think you'd come.
Yeah, I was always going to come.
Yeah. But there was good. I was, yeah, Jace, come down, have a few beers. Well, we were anyway, sitting down, eating food, and that instantly shat on by a bird.
I was. Seriously, man, I was sitting there in my floppy hat.
You lucky bastard.
And I felt this little duduk on my head, and I saw a little white spray, and I went, oh, surely I haven't been shat on by a bird.
That's what happens.
And then I took my hat off. Sure enough, I'd been shat on by a bird.
I've got the video of it, actually. I should send it to Pugs to put on the Insta, on the story there.
But I lasted about an hour and a quarter.
That was pretty good.
Yep, that was pretty good.
And then I had a little wander around the harbour there, which I quite like doing.
Yeah.
And I was pointed out there's a new fishing spot that I can go to, which I didn't know about down there. So I'll be doing that. So, yeah.
No, it was good. Hey,
I might even go to a gig on Thursday.
Yeah, actually, he was getting tickets for it in the office there.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you'll go with everyone from the office?
Nah.
Your Horaki Big Show Keezy word of the day is...
Bird poos.
I would have thought hangover.
See, you hate it when I pick the Keezy word of the day, eh?
No, I don't mind, Keezy.
Nah, hangover.
Hangover.
Send them all into the Hodaki Big Show, all 5 for the week, along with your cell phone number, and we can call you. You'll win a prize pack, including a signed Backbone t-shirt, which reminds me we'll be calling someone today, actually, with last week's words. Also follow us, Mr. Mike Minogue, Hoity J, Chris Key and Zed. Call me Pugs.
Thanks, mate.